WINS, WINS-FM, and HD New York.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
77 degrees now. We're going to get an update from AccuWeather in just a moment. We're going down to 70 tonight. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Angela Loria is our service aide. Kyle McMorrow is at the editor's desk. I'm Lori Madden.
There's the closing bell on Wall Street. This is Andrew O'Day at Bloomberg. Negative finish for the market. The Dow closing down 62. NASDAQ down 61.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM, New York.
Good afternoon. Fair skies and 77 degrees at 4 o'clock. I'm Larry Mullins, and here's what's happening in Queens. Is somebody doing a remake of Madonna's 1989 Like a Prayer video, you know, where she used all those religious statues and figurines? It's because somebody's going around stealing those items out of people's yards, and cops want to know why. We'll have the story. The amazing's not so amazing these days, especially in this latest series against the Cubbies. 6 infield errors, really, dudes?
You've been around long enough. You've seen it all.
I guess so. You reckon that's why the Mets are looking for a new skipper today? They got rid of Mendoza. We'll have the latest from the ballpark on that. Wimbledon happens this weekend. Are you going? You don't have to go to the UK for it. They've set up a special place down at Woolman Rink that makes you feel like you're right in the middle of it all. After visiting the Cyclone in Coney Island, celebrating 99 years today. We ran up on a pair of nostalgia buffs sharing stories about it. And I know you've thought about this as you're standing there in the bathroom of a plane or a porta potty and terrified you might drop your phone down in the commode and can't get it back. Well, a guy did, with his sunglasses and tied. Wench family, this does not end very good. Hang on a minute. AccuWeather says cloudy skies, showers expected overnight. We'll get down to a low of 68 degrees as we go into the weekend. Winch News Time 401. Let us get you where you need to go. It's Mr. Andre Ford.
Trouble in Manhattan. Southbound FDR right lane is knocked out by 34th Street. It's a white Toyota in the right lane. Poor person is just sitting there trying to tell people to go around her. And it's causing this big delay all the way back to 79th Street. So just be cautious heading southbound there by 34th Street on the FDR. Northbound, you're slow in that area as well, heading up towards the 59th Street Bridge. Local avenues would be better. West Side Highway isn't great from West 79th Street all the way up to at least West 153rd Street. You do have slow moving traffic. It's understandable for this time of the day. Maybe hop on Riverside Drive for an exit or two. Outbound George Washington Bridge is what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At least 15 minutes from the Cross Bronx. About 35 minutes outbound Lincoln. 40 minutes outbound Holland. All the local street traffic is there. Houston, Broome, Wadsworth, Picture Poison. Both inbound going to cost you about 40 minutes in inbound Lincoln and Holland, and about 45 at the inbound George. Andre Farrow, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM.
Scott Shannon with the greatest hits of the 60s and 70s on my True Oldies channel at 92.3 FM HD3.
Yeah, you might hold off on planning a big picnic if it requires 100% sun, no rain, a little cool breeze, because that's not going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, AccuWeather says we'll still get a decent little weekend. It'll be sunnier and warmer on Sunday. Let's get the fine-tuning now from AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson. Brian?
Yeah, Larry, it's dried out fairly nicely this afternoon. We do have one lone thunder shower north of the city, southern parts of Westchester County. But as we head into the weekend, we're going to see clouds building back in tonight and tomorrow. Might have some rain arriving from the south and west. We get closer to daybreak tomorrow. And then some rain at times tomorrow. Looks like a lot of it will be in the morning. Might have a mostly dry afternoon. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Then it looks warmer. Highs back into the 80s on Sunday as we'll see a return to some sunshine. Larry?
Thank you, Brian. In Queens, what are they doing with these statues? Where is Madonna? Just like a prayer, I'll take you there. At least on the lookout for somebody going around stealing religious statues like Madonna used in that video and other symbols right out of people's yards and businesses. As far as we know, they're not popping up anywhere or being sold on the angel market as far as we can tell, but it's theft. NYPD trying to find out who's behind it. 1010 Winds reporter Mary Lynn Buckley is on it.
The NYPD's Hate Crimes Task Force is investigating after several religious statues swiped from people's homes and in front of businesses. The first happened on June 11th when a statue of St. Anthony was stolen. And the next incident, almost 2 weeks later, a Mother Mary statue stolen along with the statue of St. Pedro, this time on the front lawn of Bristol Avenue. And just on Thursday, another Mother Mary statue swiped, this time on Bristol Avenue near Centerville Street. Police tell us all of these statues were were swiped in front of people's homes and businesses. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
And we'll keep you posted on that investigation. Meantime, the FBI on the lookout not for statues, but drones. Yeah, since the World Cup is here and in so many other places, they're trying to make sure nobody's flying a drone with ill intent. So efforts to ground the flying minis is underway. Julia Papa on that.
Since the beginning of the World Cup, there have been temporary flight restrictions here in the New York area, and it means no drones. According to the FBI's Amit Patel,
since the beginning of FIFA, we have seized 32 drones.
The Brooklyn side of the Brooklyn Bridge, where most were seized.
You have obviously the fan site there, people coming to see the match, but then it's also a great location for people to take wedding photos, engagement photos.
Operators will get a citation initially, and eventually the drone will be returned after review. The fine, $100,000. Julia Papa, 10 wins on 92.3 FM.
Yeah, at most fan gatherings around the country, drones are barred within 1 nautical mile and up to 1,000 feet above the ground. And if you break that rule, as Julia just mentioned, your little $50 and $300 drone could cost you in fines as well, along with criminal charges. So far, some 400 drones have been confiscated from 11 World Cup sites. Also on this Friday, it looks like the Mets and Mets fans have seen enough, a 6-game losing streak. Yeah, they got swept in a doubleheader this week against the Cubs, where they had 6 infield errors.
And he hits it sharply at Vientos, and he boots it for yet another error. Unbelievable. The 6th infield error for the Mets tonight.
Unbelievable. That audio from Pix 11, and you knew heads were going to roll, right? First stop, expected. Oh, the manager. They booted Carlos Mendoza out of there. Yeah, replaced him in the interim with Andy Green. General Manager David Stearns held a news conference about an hour or so ago about the change.
This is not where we want to be. We all came into the season believing we were going to have a better year. I thought we were going to have a better year. Our players thought we were going to have a better year. Certainly Mendy thought we were going to have a better year. We haven't.
Nope, we haven't. Owner Stephen Cohen had high expectations, especially since he emptied his wallet to pay for this team, the highest payroll in baseball. Cohen said in a statement, "There's no sugarcoating. This season has been a disappointment. Our fans deserve better." Well, yeah.
It's surprising, but I guess the Mets haven't had too much glory, since 1986. So it's been a while.
I thought they would be competitive, and clearly there wasn't enough attention paid to the injury history of a couple of these guys.
I feel like it's going to be a little rocky at first. I hope it'll get better.
It sure will, or hopefully. The Amazons actually made it to the NL Championship 2 years ago. Remember that? So long ago, right? Oh, but they've been MIA ever since, so we'll just have to see what happens, folks. Another year waiting. Meantime, and speaking of the Mets, the other local teams as well, city council members sounding the horn now over sports fans who have to do cartwheels to simply watch the game. Any game. Baseball, football, basketball. Charles Barkley was fussing about it on his show, having to figure out where to watch a game. And Councilman Frank Morano now wants Congress to get Major League Baseball on free TV. He says these streaming services are just killing us.
Fans often need cable, regional sports networks, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Peacock, and other subscriptions just to follow one team. That's crazy. The average fan should use a spreadsheet to figure out where tonight's game is.
Yeah, he wants Congress to look at the MLB's antitrust exemption. He introduced a non-binding resolution earlier this month about it. Marino says it just shouldn't take hours in calling around, asking your buddy or borrowing your kid's TV-compatible PlayStation to watch the Mets or the Giants or the Knicks or whomever. It's just crazy. Wimbledon starts Monday in the UK. Not to be outdone, they've set up a pretty cool Wimbledon-esque event at Woolman Rink for you.
It's as close to Wimbledon as you'll get in New York City, right down to the iconic grass.
The grass is just impeccable.
Jeannie Bouchard would know, considering she was once a Wimbledon runner-up. She's going to play on the manicured Wimbledon grass court that the All England Club brought here to Woolman Rink.
Wimbledon is my favorite tournament. New York City is my favorite city, so it's kind of like the intersection of all my favorite things.
All England Club marketing director Usama Al-Qassab says here's what fans will get.
The serene, beautiful grass of Wimbledon in all-white playing uniforms alongside the iconic skyline of Manhattan.
Mac Rosenberg's 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Coming up on The Rush. Dame of roller coasters, the Cyclone, turning 99 today, and it is still one of the most iconic thrill rides in the world. We'll talk about people who agree with us. agree with us regarding that. A couple of nostalgic fellas we talked to about the Cyclone. We'll hear from them in a moment. When's news time for 11? Your Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com traffic city now. Let's get you where you need to go. And here's Andre Farrell.
Start you off in Westchester County, Larry. If you're traveling in White Plains, heading east on 287, bumper traffic from exit 6 all the way to the foot of the Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge, passing Tarrytown and heading into Rockland County, where you do have a stall on the northbound thruway right by that 303 area, so right in front of the Palisades Mall, is going to cause some extra volume. If you're traveling in northern Westchester County, you're very slow on the northbound Sprain area, so there's Conic and the Sawmill as you pass the hospital and heading up towards the Hawthorne area. Now, if you're traveling outbound George Washington Bridge, 50 minutes from the Cross Bronx, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 30 minutes outbound of the Lincoln, 35 to 40 outbound Holland. Both inbound are well over 40 minutes. You want to use the Newark Bay extension over the Pulaski if you're heading into the Holland Tunnel and heading towards Jersey City. Verrazano Bridge, Brooklyn bound, doesn't look as bad as in Staten Island bound direction for sure. Then you have heavy delays on the westbound Staten Island Expressway, Highland to Victory. Monte Carlo, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM.
Thank you, Dre. Now your AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Brian Thompson is here now with this live report.
Yeah, Larry, we've been seeing some sunshine at times throughout the afternoon. There is one lone thunder shower that's popped up north of the city in southern part of Westchester County around Portchester and Rye. Extends over to southwest Connecticut around Greenwich. It's moving off toward the south and east. Watch that and see if it survives across Long Island Sound and makes it over to Long Island here within the next hour or so. For the most part, though, it's going to be dry into tonight as it becomes cloudy. Some rain arrives from the south and west closer to daybreak with a low near 70. Still some rain at times tomorrow. Looks like the best chance for rain will be during the morning hours. A lot of the afternoon may turn out dry, but temperatures don't